Now at 5, shots fired overnight in a southeast Portland neighborhood leaves a trail of destruction.
Oh, great. More neighborhood shenanigans.
Plus a turning point along the gorge. The resources available to people in Klickitat County returning home following the Berdo Fire. And how volunteers are working to restore Portland's Ross Island back to its former glory.
A beautiful part of our city and our community that has been neglected.
And we're following breaking news in downtown Portland. Police have taken a man into custody after he allegedly crashed a stolen car and hit 2 pedestrians. Celine Stevens joins us live from the Pearl District. Celine, what do we know?
John, so we know that those 2 people were significantly injured and taken to the hospital, according to Portland police. And now this section of Northeast Gleason Street and 6th Avenue is still blocked off. You can actually see that white car that was involved right there behind me, which appears to have crashed through that fence and injured those 2 people. Now, this all happened around 1 p.m. earlier today. Portland police originally tried to stop a car that was reported stolen, but that driver did not stop. According to police, officers did not chase the car. Officers eventually came across the car crash at the intersection of Northwest Gleason Street and 6th Avenue. Police say that driver appeared to have lost control, hitting those 2 pedestrians who again were taken to the hospital with significant injuries. Now, we spoke with one man who saw it all happen.
Oh my gosh, I was just sitting there and then you heard the wheels skirt, and then obviously it's a metal gate, so you just heard a huge crunch. And then even my coworkers in here, when I came back, I was like, did you guys hear that? And they're like, yeah, what was it?
Now, the exact condition of those pedestrians are currently not known. As for the driver, they were not injured and they were taken into custody. John?
All right, Celine, thank you so much. Well, before that breaking news, Celine went to the scene of a shooting early this morning in a southeast Portland neighborhood. She spoke to a person who said one of those shots broke his window.
They came in 3 rounds. So I heard in the first round, about, say, 12 shots.
Those shots ringing out early Sunday morning. The bullets landing in this SUV and this truck along Southeast Brooklyn Street.
Not even 30 seconds later, I hear 6 more. And then maybe a minute later, there was 3 more bullet shots. And then one of those bullets happened to hit my window.
This adding to the recent list of shootings Portland's seen in July, including the July 1st shooting that killed a man outside the Multnomah County Central Library.
It seemed like an eternity that this man was bleeding out on the corner, and it was honestly a mass trauma event.
The shooting that left another man dead in a Safeway parking lot in Northeast Portland.
Hearing there's just a dead body in the middle of the parking lot, like, that's shocking.
It's depressing, you know, crime being the way it is, especially in this little neighborhood.
And the shooting in North Portland by McCoy Park last weekend that killed a 21-year-old man.
Pretty normal around here, so we hear about shootings about once a month.
Still, according to statistics from the Portland Police Bureau, from January to June of this year, there have been 301 shootings, while in that same time frame in 2024, there were 434. As for if shootings are common in this area,
not exactly common, but I wasn't surprised. Like, oh, great. More neighborhood shenanigans.
That was our Celine Stevens reporting. Police did tell us in an afternoon update they did meet with one man who was shot in the arm. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police believe this started as a fight between 2 people who began shooting at each other. No one has been arrested. Well, the search for Travis Decker is slowing down. He's the father accused of killing his 3 daughters near a campground west of Leavenworth, Washington. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is getting fewer leads and tips. At this point, it's unknown whether he's alive. There's still a $20,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. With bear season opening next month, law enforcement in Washington are asking hunters to stay alert and report anything suspicious. New tonight, the Marion County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly 2-vehicle crash. It happened just before 9 Saturday night near the intersection of Butteville Road and Jensen Road Northeast. That's just south of Woodburn. Deputies arrived to find a head-on crash. One of the drivers, 26-year-old Angel Moreno Cano, was pronounced dead on scene. The The other driver was treated at the scene and spoke with investigators. No charges have been filed at this time. Now to the latest on the Berdo Fire burning along the gorge in Washington. The mayor of White Salmon said today, with the wildfire now 39% contained, this week marks a transition. Yesterday, fire officials dropped evacuation levels in the area by 1 across the board, meaning people could return to their homes. The mayor also said the Klickitat County Health Department is offering a limited number of re-entry kits, which include N95 masks, gloves, and other safety items. We'll put the link where you can request a kit in the latest article of the Berdo Fire on our website, KGW.com. And in Central Oregon, operations are winding down at the site of the state's largest fire, the Cram Fire. A new team took over today as more crews head to their home districts. The fire is totally contained after burning nearly 98,000 acres. Nearly all evacuation notices have been lifted. A small section near the southeast part of the fire remains under a level 1 notice. Well, taking a closer look at weather now, today felt more like late July with those sunny skies and warmer temps. So what's the last week of the month going to look like? Let's check in with meteorologist Joe Ranieri with how warm things will be getting for us. Joe?
Yeah, we're sitting in the upper 70s. So yeah, still not as warm as we'd like it, but heading into tomorrow, especially into the middle part of the week, we're going to be seeing temperatures jump up into right around the low 90s. So here's a live look in downtown Portland from our Pioneer Park building camera. Temperature is just shy of 80 degrees. So for tomorrow, we're going to be seeing our temperatures nearly 10 degrees warmer, getting back to more of that July heat pattern, turning hot basically for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then similar to what we have been seeing all summer, we'll heat up for 2 days and cool down for maybe 2-3 days or so. That's what's in store for the later part of this week. But look at the weather headlines for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine as you get ready to head back to the last week of July. Turning hot for both Tuesday and Wednesday again. But again, looking into the later part of this week, John, there's also a slight chance to see some light showers here and there. But I think for the most part, the heavier precipitation is going to be falling along the east side of the state. As we look at the wind condition throughout parts of the Columbia River Gorge in the next 12 to 18 hours, we'll be seeing the gusts pick up anywhere from 25 to 30 miles an hour. No watches and warnings yet because of the high fire danger. But again, fire weather warning is in place throughout parts of southern Oregon with some thunderstorms starting to roll through tonight and into tomorrow. Talk more about that, just about where those thunderstorms will start to be moving in coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Joe, we'll see you soon. We have a traffic alert for you tonight. The Broadway Bridge is about to open back up. It will be closed until 8 o'clock tonight for its biannual inspection conducted by the National Bridge Inventory. The Portland streetcar won't be operating during the closure, but pedestrians and cyclists can continue to use the bridge. Toxic algae blooms in a crumbling Willamette shoreline have volunteers racing to restore Portland's Ross Island to its former state. Today, kayakers, paddleboarders, swimmers, and boaters participated in the first ever Ross Island Blackberry Harvest and Action Day. It's a show of solidarity. Supporters paddled over to the island to pick berries and to shine a light on the island's need for a complete restoration. Supporters call the island a forgotten gem.
The River Huggers Project is really a recreational protest swim and our opportunity to collaborate with other people who also love Portland, who also love the river.
If you paddle into the lagoon at Ross Island, which I often do as a neighbor that lives over in Selwood, you can see all the debris that's been left by the Ross Island Gravel Company, which now is not in operation, but has left quite a bit of equipment out there that is just rusting into the water.
Local groups, including the Human Access Project, the Portland Fruit Tree Project, and the Lower Columbia Estuary Partnership, are pushing for the urgent rehabilitation of both Ross Island and the Willamette River. They're urging lawmakers to solve the toxic algae problems, increase water monitoring, and begin debris removal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2025.
It is official. Ichiro Suzuki has officially been inducted into Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. Suzuki made history on Sunday, the outfielder becoming the first Asian American born player ever to reach the Hall of Fame. Earlier today, Ichiro gave a speech in front of his peers and the other Hall of Famers in Cooperstown.
Baseball taught me what it means to be a professional. And I believe that is the main reason I am here today.
Well, he was one single vote away from being unanimously inducted. Who would have voted against Ichiro?